welcome to Il Riposo.
Oh, that's pretty.
So this house is the oldest renovation that we've done. This dates back to the 11th century. And it was the most challenging of all the restorations. It was lots of small dark rooms on different levels. And we've got amazing before and after photos, and when I look back at them, it's difficult to remember how it was. It was so different. So the basic idea was to open up the space, get as much light in as possible, and again, very unusually for a townhouse, it's got some great outside space, which we'll have a look at.
It's
later.
very light, but I love how the walls are all so uneven, aren't they?
Yes. And it just flows straight through. So it's a great open.
Did you
living
open
area.
it? Was this already open, or did you open it?
No, I mean, it was,
Totally different.
Totally different to how it is now.
And the tiles, are they original or a mix?
These are old Liberty tiles that I managed to find in a reclamation yard. And they just fitted perfectly onto this floor, just to add it a little bit of detail. And then I also put some along as a splashback in the kitchen there, just to sort of tie the two things
Bring it
together.
They're lovely colours.
Really
soft
lovely.
and gentle.
And then I didn't want anything too large in the hallway, so I found this beautiful Murano Chandelier, which I did.
Has it got a slight gold tinge to the
Yes,
glass?
yes. This has got a gold leaf inside here. So our housekeeper's always cursing me because they take forever to clean, but I just think they just add that.
But it complements
luxurious feel.
the tones right the way
Yes,
through.
yeah.
And as you say, it's very unusual. It's so light. There's so much natural light.
Yeah. And we managed to use all the original beams here, which again, putting the character back in. We had to obviously replace the roof and everything and insulate the roof. So.
But it's just a lovely marriage between the old and new again. It works really well.
Yes, it's got a lot of character, this house. And then we come through to the open plan kitchen. Which is a really good size for families, big table in the kitchen.
6, 8.
Yeah. And then we've got obviously dining outside as well, which I'll show you in a minute.
I like your choice of colours, the paintwork.
Yes, yeah.
It's almost a slightly greyish tinge to the walls, and the
pink,
the dusty pink
yes, it
complements
just
beautifully.
pops it a little bit, doesn't it?
Just lifts it.
Yeah. And we've got obviously all the mod cons that everyone wants while they're on holiday. A large oven, double oven, 5-burner hob, double
Beautiful
sink.
piece of marble.
Oh yes, this is
Lovely.
absolutely stunning. The colours, every time, there's so many different colours in here. And I found this at a local marble company, and it literally just had enough for this worktop,
It's
so it worked out really well.
And with the dark grey paintwork,
Yes.
really, really pretty.
And this kitchen is all handmade by a local guy, and I think he did a really good job. It's great.
Well, you've got everything you need, but it's very rustic.
Yeah.
It's got really
that
natural
country feel.
to it.
Yes, yeah.
And that looks like, is that wood from beams?
Yes, so we decided to make shelves out of one of the old beams,
Very
which
quirky.
is really nice, to
It's
use,
lovely.
to reuse the materials that were originally in the house. And then I just found these brackets, so that's lovely.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is,
nice little bit of character.
And a lovely view when you're doing the washing up.
Stunning view, yes. The views are amazing here. And large fridge, all important large fridge. So plenty of storage space as well in the kitchen.
Yeah, so it's quite handy having all these extra little cabinets
Yes,
for bits
yeah.
and bobs.
which is nice because you don't just want a fitted modern
well, especially
kitchen.
in the countryside.
You want obviously the fitted units because they're more practical, but it's just nice to add these pieces to give it that extra character.
Radiators, so is it central heating throughout?
Gas central heating throughout, And again with these houses, the walls are so thick. It's very warm in the winter and then cool in the summer.
Yes.
And all the windows have got internal, external shutters, fly screens.
So when it's hot, you can close the shutters.
And keep the house really nice and cool.
Yeah, the thickness of the walls is incredible.
Yeah. No, it's again, it was a lovely restoration. It was a long labour of love,
I
but
can imagine.
the end result we were really pleased with.
But the little streets are so narrow. I can imagine it was hellish trying to get all the equipment in for the knocking down things.
Yes, it was definitely very interesting. These lovely French doors straight out from the kitchen, out onto the two-level terrace.
Oh, beautiful. Really, really pretty.
And look at those views.
And huge terraces.
Yes, which again in the centre of a town is very unusual. But it's just. And it's a sun trap. I mean, most of the day we have the sun here. It's lovely.
It's stunning.
And again, what is it? The beginning of March, and it's really hot. You could sit out here and eat today.
I intend to. And the olive trees are very sweet.
Yeah, we just planted those. I think against the brickwork as well. They look really pretty. So we keep them small like that, but they just add that little bit of detail.
Yeah.
And then we've got floor lighting along this terrace and then down by the pool as well.
And I just love all the rooftops and the little bell tower there. It's a beautiful view.
Yeah, and the traditional rolling hills. Yes, it's very, very peaceful.
Yes.
And also, it's a great place for barbecue.
And it's, again, a really good side table and outside dining area, which I think here, for me, is so important to eat outside.
Definitely, with those views as well.
Absolutely.
And like I say, it's the beginning of March, you could eat outside because it's very sheltered as well here. It's lovely.
It is, and I love the way you've got the two levels of terrace as well. It divides the pool area very comfortably from where you're going to eat.
Yeah.
But if you have children, you can still keep an eye on them.
Yes, we've got a gate here, so if you're inside, you can come up here, but they can't get down to the pool area just as a safety precaution.
Yes.
Which is great because some of our owners do have young ones. But no, lovely space up here.
It's a fantastic space. But as you say, the view is what makes it amazing.
And to be able to get permission to get a swimming pool in the centre of a medieval Borgo, we were very lucky, and it just made such a difference being able to put a pool in here. It was a very interesting process.
I can imagine.
They had to take down the telephone wires and they had to lift it from the road down there, right over here, the crane and all the machinery. But it was worth it.
How long did the renovation take in total?
It's about 18 months. Yeah, which actually was pretty
long,
good.
is it?
I mean, we've got an excellent team of builders, plumbers, and electricians, and I'm on them all the time. But no, it was a lot of work, but it's when you see the end result, it's very rewarding.
And it's a really good sized pool.
It's a great size and lovely gentle steps into the pool, and then we've got a lovely water feature as well, which you can stand underneath and have a nice relaxing back massage.
And a little outdoor shower.
And an outdoor shower, yeah. So if you don't want to go back into the house, you can just rinse off. Or if you get too hot and you don't want to go in the pool, you can just stand under some nice cool water and then get back on your sunbed.
But again, it's just having the pool, but a great amount of terrace space to put your sunbeds and to eat or take a cup of coffee down there.
Perfect.
There's a hell of a lot of space. I'm surprised how much space is in.
Then from the kitchen, utility room there, all important. Washer, dryer. Yeah.
Okay. the basics.
Yes. And then down into the living area.
Pretty little handrails.
Yes, they're again from our local blacksmith, and they're just very delicate but nice. You know, if somebody just needs to have a hand going down these two. So I love the fact that it's on these two levels. I think it makes it really interesting.
I like the quirkiness of all the different levels.
Yes,
and even walls. It's very rustic.
Yes.
Charming.
So this room worked out really well. So good sized living area, lovely views from the windows.
A fine chandelier.
Yes, a fabulous Murano Chandelier again. Yes, that was fun. That was so heavy to put up. It's incredibly heavy, but it had the height, and I think you know, against the old beams.
Are these the original beams?
Yes, yeah. So that.
But the ceilings are very high.
Yes.
Centre for a townhouse,
yes,
and for such an old house.
Yeah. And then obviously we've got the TV, Sky, Wi-Fi, all the mod cons.
Okay.
Books, again, you know, we supply some books initially, and then owners borrow books, they leave books.
So like a little
library, which works out really well. And then we kept all the sweet little alcoves in this room because it just makes such a difference. We've got a couple upstairs as well, but again, it's just that nice bit of character. And then through here, another sofa, some rather grand thrones.
I like the grand
but
thrones.
really, really comfortable.
Yeah.
Because some people do like a firm, upright chair as well.
And I like the way the colours in the thrones complement the floor tiles.
Yes, yeah, it just ties it all
does.
together.
And is this a wood burner?
Yes, this is the wood burner again. So obviously it's all stocked, ready for the owners when they arrive, so they can have a nice, you know, sit by the fire in the winter. That's really nice.
Another very sweet little alcove under the window.
Yes.
That's very cute.
And then I bought these little mirrors with the little candles from a local antique market as well, which I thought would just be perfect either side.
Yes, I love the light and the different heights of the windows, and the whole thing's incredibly elegant, and yet it's such an old property. It's beautiful, absolutely.
No, it's kept its authenticity, which I think is really important. And then coming up the stairs again, it was important to have this space very light, so we chose a lovely light stone for the steps.
And I like these in the cream with the
gold.
Yes,
some lovely light railings with a bit of gold leaf, just to give it that slight elegant feel. So these were obviously made by the same people, but we work with an awful lot that did the railings there.
But I like the open stonework again that you have here, with the little arched window.
Yeah, and again a lovely little nook above there. Because a lot of people want flat walls and they brick all these things up, but we all like to leave as much detail and character in the property as we possibly can.
It's beautiful.
And then up here we've got some lovely Ozzi pottery, which is a local potter in Montitone, and they do some really, really interesting pieces. So it's nice to sort of place a few pieces here.
I noticed some of the pots in the kitchen, so they're all from
They're from Ozzi, yes. And then this light is again made from a local artisan.
That's very unusual to have it flushed against the wall.
Yeah. So you can design it. So I designed the length, how many lights I wanted. I wanted a bit more height at the top, and then these sort of lovely elegant pieces at the bottom. So it worked out really well. It was a bit tricky to put up and changing the light bulbs.
I can imagine.
And then along the landing here, I just put in these detailed Liberty tiles again, just to add that little bit of something to the floorway to break up the tiles, which I think works really well.
And I love how you picked out the greens and the dark blues in the paintwork around the mirror.
Yes.
It's a very unusual mirror.
It's a really unusual mirror. As soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. And again, it just adds that extra bit of light. And then we also put a skylight here again, and another one in this bedroom, which I'll show you. In here we've got another, I bought a pair of these lights, and I've put another one in the bathroom here, which again,
they're very unusual.
Very
and
unusual.
I like the colours. I do like that finish, dappled finish with the gold.
And then there's
bronze hues.
the wooden lintels above the doorway.
Are these all the original lintels?
Yeah, which just again, just
well, it's a nice combination
keep the character of the property.
Yes, with the wood.
So then we go through to the main bedroom, which is an ensuite.
Oh, it's a huge room.
Yeah. Lovely sloping ceiling, beautiful views out
So
over the
much
terrace
light
to the swimming pool. It's a really good size. Lovely tall windows. And then,
pretty little wardrobe.
yes, this was a bespoke wardrobe that I had handmade. And I love doing that because then you can get exactly the right size, you can get the colour.
The colour's
the
lovely, with a
detail.
little bit of gold around
And
the
yes,
edge.
gold
Very
leaves, which
soft.
I love, and add a couple of tassels and you're away.
But I think for me, the little windows make it with that fabulous view.
Yes.
And you've put another ceiling.
Yes, so this is another skylight which you can open or close, which is really useful as well if you want it to dark, because some people like very dark bedrooms, they can close the internal shutters.
I
and
can't
close
imagine
that.
that's too much of a problem because, as you say, you've got external and internal
Yes,
shutters.
so you can have as much or as little light as you want.
No, it's a very pretty bedroom. Very, very pretty.
And a lovely
Yes,
antique
that's
chair.
very nice.
And then we decided here to put, I love these sliding doors, I just think they're so sweet. So yes, into the ensuite, which is a really brave size,
It's a really good sized bathroom.
with lots of character. Again, you've got the beams
that's beautiful.
and a beautiful bespoke vanity double basin unit.
Very, and is that all hand painted?
All hand painted, all handmade. Started off with the legs, I found the legs.
That's always a good start.
Yes, and then I said to my friend who makes all these things, I want a curve on the, I don't want it to be square, I want it curved like that. And he was like, oh, for goodness sake. I said, no. He said, leave it with
It's
me.
very,
And then
very
just,
pretty.
yeah, he's stunning.
And I love the colours again with the dark grey marble.
Yes.
It's a really lovely balance.
Yes, it's a very delicate colour. And this marble again, I bought from the same place I bought the kitchen marble from, and it just works really well.
But I think you were right to have the curve because it softens it, and I like
Yes.
the way the marble's cut as well.
Yeah. And then I just added the 2 mirrors, and then found these lovely wall lights, which
They're
worked
very
really
pretty,
well.
the wall lights.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
Yes, I am totally addicted to lighting, I have to say.
Lighting's important.
It is a problem. And then a lovely freestanding bath here, which I think is really important.
Beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of people. So we've got a bath here, and then we've also got a bath in the other bedroom downstairs, which I'll show you, which is again really quirky. Lovely big mirror, and then just
a lovely little alcove.
yeah, a lovely alcove, and then this lovely cherub that I found. I bought a few pieces from her, and she's got a little shop just outside the village, and she is so sweet. I think she's about 102. And every time I go and see her, I have to go in and have a cup of coffee, and then she phones the daughter, and her daughter comes round, and it's so lovely.
It's lovely. It's lovely to have a story behind everything.
Yes, there's a story behind every piece, yeah.
It's a very pretty bathroom and such a good size.
And then a lovely walk-in shower, which is really gentle, nice and open, little marble shelf to pop all your little bits and pieces.
This is unusual. What sort of finish is this?
So this is the Venetian Plaster, which
Okay.
originates obviously from Venice because of the water problems that the houses have got there. And it's totally waterproof, and it's limestone and natural pigments, and then you can choose the shade that you want.
So you can wipe clean pretty much.
Yeah, so it's applied almost like plaster with a trowel, and then smoothed off, and then 2 coats of wax applied to it. And it's great, you don't have all those sort of grubby, grouty tiles.
And it's got a lovely sort of creamy gold finish.
Yes,
It's very natural.
And it literally does look like marble.
It
It's
does.
lovely, the texture.
And it works
the
well
shape.
against the wooden lintels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
very
it's great. We use this an awful lot in the houses. It's very practical, it's very hygienic. I think it's much more hygienic than tiles. And then out of the main bedroom, we go into another bedroom here, which again is really sweet. Double bed. So we've got three double beds and then one bedroom with two twins. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask you that. Is there a twin room? So there's one
Yes,
twin.
there's
Okay.
one twin. Yes.
Always useful to have.
Yeah. So yes.
Very sweet.
Sweet little room. Again, nice sloping ceiling. Lovely bespoke corner wardrobe. So always plenty of room to put
Yes.
away all your holiday gear.
And a lovely view again.
And a beautiful view. So this is the third bedroom on this floor for two twin beds in here. So ideal for children. A good size again.
And it's so useful to have. You've got to have a house with twin beds.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're three bedrooms
Three
on this
bedrooms.
floor and
Yes.
one on the.
Yeah, so 3 bedrooms on this floor,
Right.
one ensuite, the master bedroom,
Okay.
and then a family bathroom for these two.
Okay.
And then we've got another bedroom downstairs, which we'll have a look at later.
Okay.
So a lovely, again, a bespoke piece. I just love this colour. This is the same colour as
In the kitchen,
Yeah, the kitchen
yes.
cupboard, and I just think it's very soft and gentle, and
It
it
is.
goes with
It
everything.
works really well with the stonework and the tiled floor. It picks out and warms the whole.
Yes. And I love the detail on these antique beds as well. Again, this is the original. I didn't touch these, they just gave them a good clean because I just
Oh,
really...
so your friend didn't do the paintwork on
No,
this?
no.
Oh, I assumed they'd been
No,
renovated.
these are old and this is all the original paintwork. It's just lovely, really interesting colours.
Very nice colours. And another fabulous view. Absolutely
Stunning, isn't it?
Yes.
Very dramatic.
There's a view from every window.
And then from this bedroom we come into a family bathroom for these 2 bedrooms here. So great size, really
Very
large shower, again the Venetian plaster, lovely beams again.
All original beams again.
Yes, little alcove here. And then I wanted a very elegant bathroom, so I saw this and I just thought, yes, that's perfect. I love the legs on this.
Yes.
And then I managed to find this beautiful old Italian mirror and a couple of Murano, quite modern for Murano, wall lights, but I thought they worked really well.
Also, I think if they were too decorative against that very
Exactly.
decorative mirror, it would be
Yes,
too much.
I wanted something
So
very
good
simple
balance.
because the mirror is the main focus in here.
And I love the colours. The soft hues for me work really well.
But it's a great size, isn't it? Great size
really
shower.
good size.
And then this is a separate toilet for these 2 bedrooms.
I love the little double doors.
Yeah, sweet pair of doors, and then just a little sink, mirror.
Everything you need.
Yeah. Okay, now we go on to the next floor. This house is like a TARDIS. There's so much space, and this is also great if you've got guests here who want to be slightly private because
So it's more self-contained.
yes, yeah. So a nice hallway here.
All 3, is it 3 hallways? I think so, 3. They're all so
Yes,
light,
yeah.
aren't they? Really good space.
Yes, and again these lovely handmade railings and stone steps.
I think the combination of the gold and the cream on the railings with the Very light colour stonework.
Yeah,
It's
it
lovely.
works really well. And then again, just to add a little bit of detail to the floor down here, I put these Liberty tiles down here, which I think are just very sweet. Just add that little bit of character. And then I just put a desk here because a lot of our owners do have to have do a bit of work while they're on holiday. And then through these double doors, we have another great size bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a really good size.
This worked out really well. Yes. And then this is one of the lovely features of this
incredible.
house. So this dates, our engineer said this dates back to the 11th century, and just the quirkiness and the levels and evenness of the brickwork, and you can see originally this was obviously a window of some description.
Oh, it's
and
lovely.
then you've just got this detail. But it was so funny. The builders, when they saw it, said, "Oh, you want us to plaster over to make it a nice straight wall?" I was like, no, leave it exposed. Let's clean all the brickwork up.
The colours in stone
yeah,
are so nice.
It's
really
lovely
is a feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. Really
And then I found this beautiful bed with the lovely curved edges, which again, this room could take a large bed. And then I just got my friend to make these little
They're very delicate,
bedside
the lights.
tables, yes, and the tall lights. And then I got my friend to make this lovely 3/4 height, because obviously the windows we couldn't have a taller wardrobe, but I think that works really well. And again, just pulling in the colours and tying it up with the rug.
I love the way he uses this two-tone in the paintwork.
Yeah.
Is that a typical style for this area?
Yes.
Using the two tones?
Yes, it is. And then lovely etched glass. I love etched glass, and you can choose from so many different designs. And again, we've got a local guy that makes those, so they worked out really well. And then again, the mirror. I found these Liberty tiles at another reclamation yard, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with them. And then I took them to the guy who makes the mirrors and things for me when I find old frames, and we put the mirror inside, and that's worked out.
It looks
really well.
great.
Yeah, and I like that sort of colour combination. And then we just decided to put a freestanding bath in, because I think there's something quite romantic about having a bath in the bedroom.
It's very pretty, and I like the little table and the lamp.
Yes, the lantern. And again, the lovely wooden lintel above with the double doors.
I think every door here's got the original lintel, hasn't
Yes,
it? All the
yes.
mirrors down it.
And then back through the hall and then into the bathroom for this bedroom.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're right. Once you come through down the staircase, it's completely self-contained.
Yes. And again, a great size bathroom.
Very good size.
Lovely large walk-in shower again with the Venetian Plaster in there, and another vanity basin. This is actually the same as the one upstairs in the family bathroom. I love that one so much. I decided to put one down here as well. And then just quite a simple glass light above the mirror there. And then I found this lovely shelf unit, which I just thought fitted in really nicely here.
It's a very good size bathroom again.
Yes, yeah.
And to have a bath and a shower is really good.
So Il Riposo is situated in a beautiful medieval borgo called Patrignone, which is a frazione of Montalto, which is a larger town, literally 2 minutes drive away, which has a beautiful cathedral and bars and shops and restaurants. And there's a great restaurant literally 2 minutes up the road here, in walking distance. And they have all sort, pasta, pizza. They're open early in the morning for coffee.
Is that the little
croissants.
place? I think I parked next to there. It's a
Yes.
couple of minutes away, and it
Yeah.
looks like a little bar from outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so
got
it says
great
everything.
outdoor, indoor dining space, and occasionally they do events in the summer outside, music events and things, and it's really nice. It's
But
great.
what's even better is it's a 2-minute walk away.
Exactly. You don't have to get into the car if you don't want to.
And the little village here, did you say there's a supermarket here as well
Yes.
as in
Yes,
Montalto?
there's a supermarket here, again within walking distance. And then if you want anything, a wider selection, it's a couple of minutes in the car up to
But for all
Montalto.
your basic bits and bobs,
You
this
can-
local supermarket sells everything.
You can
Perfect.
walk there. Great selection of restaurants within driving distance, and the closest beach is Grottammare, which is about 20-25 minutes
Oh, that's
drive.
nothing, isn't it?
And
it's about half an hour to the mountains.
yes,
or a
from
bit
here,
further.
yes, it's about half an hour from the mountains. It's blue flag beaches. The beaches are sandy, beautiful, and full of restaurants. Absolutely,
fantastic.
you just spoilt
So
the
you
choice.
are pretty much in the middle. So half
Yes.
an hour to the coast, half an hour to the mountains. So
Yeah.
you've got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So in the countryside, however, you have all the amenities.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you've got your own pool.
It feels like a country house.
Yes.
But it's in a Borgo
Yeah.
and walking distance to
So it's
everything.
perfect.
It's a
Yes.
really good.
Yeah.
Good
You've got the best. You've got the best
yeah,
of both
you do.
worlds. Yeah.
Good. And the pool, of course.
Yes. Yeah. So if
Which
you
is
want a
very
lazy day, you
unusual.
can just stay here. If you want to go to the beach for the day, it's 25 minutes drive.
But I love the idea of you can have a day at home by the pool and just stroll into the village and get some food and a glass of wine and wander home, and it's very easy.
And we've had owners that go up to the mountains, do some skiing, some snowboarding, then they drive down to the beach, have a walk on the beach and have lunch down there. You've got everything.
Best of both worlds.
And surrounded by vineyards as well. There's a lot of cantinas, family-owned cantinas around here as well, which is great. You can go and visit, you can go wine tasting. So that's a really nice thing to do. We've got golf courses. There's about 4 or 5 golf courses. One within sort of half an hour and the others a bit further, but some good golf courses.
How far are you from a larger town for shopping?
Grottammare.
That's the coast.
Yes, that's the coast, and that there's some nice independent shops there. A lot of shops. They have a regular weekly market. I think it's on Thursday. The market in Grottammare, and that's really good as well. So people selling absolutely everything and
So
anything.
it's a great location.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the terrace, the outside space, there's such a lot of outside space for somewhere.
Which, like I said,
in the Borgo,
is so unusual.
Very unusual.
Yes, I mean, this is why one of the reasons that we fell in love with this house was the outside space.
So I parked my car just up the road here next to the bar restaurant. Is that the best place to park?
Yeah, there's parking there, but there's also parking just down here. In fact, today my car's down here. And that again is quite unusual, because often in these small Borgos, obviously there weren't cars around when they were built. So it's great that you've got access to lots of
Because I'm very
parking
nervous
close
about
by.
driving through the little back street. So to park so close but in a decent space.
Yes, yeah, because
is
a lot
really
of the
good.
streets can be quite narrow.
Well,
but
especially
here
when you're
it's
not
very
used to
easy.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked you previously about owner boxes. Can we leave things here at the house
Yes.
when we're not in residence?
Each owner has their own box, which they can put anything that they like in, and that's stored here. And then the housekeeper brings it out when they come to visit, and that's all here and ready. And larger items as well. Some people want to leave golf clubs and skis, things like that. We can accommodate that as well.
Well, that's really useful.
So
Could I
people
leave a
haven't got to-
bicycle here?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people like cycling. A lot of people like cycling, especially down on the coast when it's flat. Cycling over here is very popular. A lot of them are very keen. They're going up the hills and things.
I
but
don't think I'll be doing
No,
that.
I just like going along the
I was
along
thinking
the
more
coast.
of a meander along the coast.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, and you
Okay.
can also hire bikes down there as well. It's very easy to hire bikes. Yeah.